Good evening and welcome to Newshour. I'm Madhavdas Gopalakrishnan. Ladies and gentlemen, the battle for Karnataka campaigning may have ended. The polling may be just less than 48 hours away. But just before the campaign ended, a massive war has broken out regarding remarks made by Sonia Gandhi during the course of the campaign, referring to the sovereignty integrity of Karnataka. Now, this remark of Sonia Gandhi allegedly invoking sovereignty has raised the hackles of the BJP, with no less than the Prime Minister and other top leaders saying that this smacks of the Tukde-Tukde mindset of the Congress party and that the party was compromising India's national interest not just here but in the past as well, even complaining to the Election Commission regarding the same. Listen into what the BJP had to say.
यह दुर्भाग्य का विषय है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी ने अपने सोशल मीडिया के ट्वीट पर जानबूझकर इस प्रकार के शब्दों का इस्तेमाल किया है, जो एक तरीके से शब्द भारत के संदर्भ में किया जाता है, संप्रभुता, सॉवरेन। कांग्रेस का जो चुनाव प्रचार है वो एक तरीके से जब इनका घोषणा पत्र का एजेंडा होता था, जो इनको टुकड़े टुकड़े गैंग का एजेंडा है, कांग्रेस केवल झूठ की बुनियाद के आधार पे इस चुनाव को लड़ रही है। कर्नाटक की जनता इसका करारा जवाब देगी।
Once again, the Congress party's attempt to do Tukde-Tukde of India, to break up India and in order to divide and rule has come out in the open when the official tweet of the Congress party quoting Sonia Gandhi ji in her statement and speech says that the Congress will not allow anyone to pose a threat to Karnataka's reputation, sovereignty and integrity. The sovereignty is of India. In the constitution, it is India which is considered as sovereign, not any territory within India, not any state within India. By saying this, the Congress party is reflecting its separatist mindset. Are they considering that Karnataka or states of India are sovereign and India is not? This is their Tukde-Tukde mindset. This is their divide and rule plan.
The Congress party, of course, finding itself under heat from the BJP, says that those who are criticizing the Congress party today must not forget that this is a party of balidans. They've also filed a counter complaint with the Election Commission. In fact, invoking privilege even is what they're talking about. And also some leaders saying that the statements were being misrepresented.
देखिए, कांग्रेस एक ऐसी पार्टी है जिसके नेताओं के खुद इस देश के लिए टुकड़े हुए हैं। कांग्रेस बलिदानियों की पार्टी है। मुझे लगता है प्रधानमंत्री जी को कोई कंफ्यूजन है।
प्रधानमंत्री जी, कम से कम आप तो बोलने के पहले फैक्ट चेक कर लिया कीजिए। सॉवरेनिटी की किस सिलसिले में उन्होंने स्पीच में बोला है सोनिया जी ने, जरा वो देख तो लेते आप। जहां तक शाही परिवार का सवाल है, शाही परिवार नहीं, देश का सबसे बड़ा बलिदानी परिवार अगर जो राजनीति में है लोग, उनमें कोई है तो वो गांधी परिवार है। हाँ, दो शाही परिवार इस देश में हैं, अडानी, अंबानी। उनकी लिए नाम लेने में आप घबराते हैं, डरते हैं।
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not the first time that such a controversy is breaking out. Many would say that in the past also certain statements or positions taken by the Congress party have allowed the BJP to attack it as a party that is not fully committed to the integrity of India. Let's quickly listen into some of these issues. First is in the year 2022 when Rahul Gandhi emphasized in Parliament that India is described in the Constitution as a union of states and not a nation. We had seen a similar controversy break out at that time as well. In the past, we have seen when Kanhaiya Kumar was inducted in 2021 into the Congress party. He's of course one of those who was accused then in the JNU sedition case. Even earlier, we had seen how Navjot Singh Sidhu had in fact been seen hugging and lauding then Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan. Similar controversies had emerged at that time. Now let's quickly take you to the legitimate question that we're asking this evening. Whose bid is it to divide for votes? And let's take this across to our guests. All right, we have some, in fact, breaking information coming in. This is the breaking news coming in. In fact, a letter has been written to the Congress party by the Election Commission following the complaint of the BJP. This is massive because the Election Commission has sought a clarification from the Congress party. This is a big bit of news coming in at the moment. Let's go across to Deepak. Deepak, this is virtually a huge moment because the Election Commission has written to the Congress and sought a clarification or a rectification because it says that the Representation of People Act say that nothing must be done against the Constitution of India and as far as the sovereignty of India itself is concerned. This is very, very big indeed.
Yes, Madhav, significant, especially considering the fact that now, less than 36 hours to go before people of Karnataka go out there and vote. Now, this particular issue, of course, was raked up by the BJP time and again. Of course, they have been saying that the Congress party is not working in the interest of the country. We've seen them taking jibes that, they are siding with anti-national elements. But while, of course, this particular tweet came in from the Congress party saying that this is what the statement was from Sonia Gandhi, they, of course, picked it up and we've seen multiple statements where they've been condemning that particular tweet or the statement, and they're saying that this shows the mindset of the Congress. Now, after they, of course, went to the State Election Commission, also the Election Commission in Delhi filed multiple, complaints. The Election Commission has taken cognizance. Now has asked the Congress to reply. We'll really have to see what sort of response comes in from there. Whether the Election Commission will be actually satisfied with the response. Would it mean that there is some sort of a trouble coming the Congress's way? Just hours ahead of voting in Karnataka. These are details we still await.
All right, Deepak, big moment indeed. There's some more breaking news coming in. In fact, at the moment, this is the latest as far as the showdown on sovereignty is concerned. But there's more news coming in at the top of this bulletin. This is, of course, the dangle over BJP's advertisement, where the Election Commission has sent a notice to the Karnataka BJP president. Remember, in the past, the unsubstantiated claims which the BJP had complained about the Congress, the notice had been issued to the Congress party. Now, the Election Commission, on the basis of Congress's complaint, has in fact issued notice to the BJP state president of Karnataka. Let's quickly go across to Imran. Imran, the war of words doesn't seem to be ending. Even though the campaign may have ended, the war over advertisements and action from each side only continuing.
Well, absolutely, Madhav. This is the complaint which the Congress had registered with the Election Commission of India over the ad put out in a daily newspaper. Now, acting on that, the Election Commission has sought response from BJP state president here and said that on 9th of May, before the 8 o'clock, they have to submit their responses to what they have to say. The grievances raised by the Congress president. We see that even at the end of the fragment of the campaigning, there is still both the parties, BJP and Congress, are rushing to Election Commission, filing complaints against each other. The Election Commission has issued notice to BJP president over an advertisement in the daily newspaper, asking you to clarify and give their response by tomorrow evening.
Thanks so much for that. In fact, Imran, all eyes on what that response will be coming in fact, from the BJP on this issue. And we will, in fact, now be going across to our guests for more on the story. Joining us for more on the story, we have with us GVL Narasimha Rao, MP and National Spokesperson BJP. Dr. Anand Raghunathan, author, is with us. We have also with us Anurag Naidu, who's also an author. Kamru Zaman is the leader of the Congress party joining us. Advocate Kapil Madan is with us, a political analyst. Bhavna Ramana is the leader of the Congress who's joining us from Bengaluru. And let's go across to Sanjay Jha first, author, who's with us. Sanjay Jha, this is a little bit of a controversy simply because the Congress's position becomes a little difficult to defend today because just a few moments ago, the Election Commission has actually sent a letter to the Congress party saying that you must clarify the comments, you must clarify your position because the Representation of People Act is very, very clear. It says that there cannot be any comment which is either against the Constitution of India or against the sovereignty and integrity of India. And this comment, unfortunately, the Election Commission feels, unfortunately for the Congress party feels, falls within the remit of just that. Sanjay Jha.
Madhav, good evening. The Congress party response will definitely go very shortly officially. But let me make two short points. One is the political desperation of the Bharatiya Janata Party, which basically is the manifestation of the divide and rule in India for a long time now. And I would like the Election Commission, through your channel, to kindly respond to the very provocative statement made by India's Home Minister, Amit Shah, who actually said during the campaign that there will be communal riots in Karnataka if the BJP doesn't come to power and the Congress does. This is the Home Minister of the country trying to religiously polarize India.
No, Sanjay Jha. Sanjay
Let me
Jha,
answer
Sanjay Jha, one second. Let me just not see. My point is that let's stick to the debate at hand because it's complex enough. The issue of sovereignty is an extremely complex issue, and there's a lot of political fight. You can accuse the BJP of trying to polarize this election. There's no problem. We can have a debate on that. We've in fact already had several debates. But please come to the point of the use of the word sovereignty, because many are saying that by using this word sovereignty, haven't you given an opportunity for the BJP to come out and attack you?
Madhav, let me clarify that once and for all, and it will put this debate in context. Look at the tweet, read it carefully. The Congress will not allow anyone, including Mr. Modi, to pose a threat to Karnataka's reputation, sovereignty, and integrity. The BJP has no problem with Karnataka's reputation being torn to tatters with this 40% commission. The BJP has no problem with integrity because it has shown that it is a barometer or the fountainhead of corruption. It has an issue with sovereignty, and I'll tell you why.
Very interesting, Sanjay Jha. You know why I find this interesting? Why I find this interesting today, Sanjay Jha, is that we have a situation where let me just come in on this now. At least it's established. You're not denying the fact that this tweet has been put out. Because today we also saw certain Congress leaders, sir, Mr. Vivek Tankha, for instance, saying that it is a constitutional jargon qua a state. There were others like Manikam Tagore saying that Sonia Gandhi never used sovereignty and that the PM is lying. At least we've established that that word was used. Very good. Now the problem with usage of that word in the context of state, I want to bring in Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao. One second, let me just bring in Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao because it's good that we've established this.
No, Madhav, 1 minute.
No, you've read out the tweet. I'm glad we have established this. At least we have a point to take the debate forward.
Yes, but let me answer the question on sovereignty. BJP is actually the
You've just said that it's there. Let's go step by step, sir. I will come to you. There are a lot of others in this debate.
You can't do that.
You have said that the word sovereignty has been used. Let's get the BJP's objection to that, and let's carry on the debate in orderly fashion, please. There are others also. I want to bring others in also. Please be a little patient with me. GVL Narasimha Rao, the word sovereignty was used in that tweet. There is no doubt about that. The question, though, that some Congress leaders are raising is that the word does not find mention in Sonia Gandhi's speech. Where does the BJP stand on this?
Madhav, you did not let me make a point.
Madhav, good evening.
So you made 2-3 points. Now please hold on to your thoughts a little bit. Let's others also come in. I'm going to come to you. Please be patient. I'm coming to you.
Can I?
BJP is
Mr. Jha, I'm coming to you, sir. Please, we can't have everyone shouting over each other. You've made a number of points. Let's go one by one. Please.
But I haven't made the German point, which is the threat by the BJP government.
Madhav, the tweet.
Oh my God, Mr. Sanjay Jha. If everyone wants to clarify the comments 3 times, we cannot have a debate. Please be patient. Allow me to moderate the debate. I'll come to you. I've assured you I'm coming to you, back to you. Please let him make his point. Yes, GVL.
Yeah, Madhav, good evening to you and all the panelists and the viewers. You see, Sanjay Jha was trying to be very smart. He said they have no problem with the other words, they have a problem with this word. I think the other lies that you perpetrate against the BJP, we are willing to counter you politically. You question, you make false allegations of corruption, we will counter you politically. But when you claim that a state in India is to be treated as a sovereign, obviously there are questions being raised about your own India, because you are a party which has shown all kinds of divisive tendencies in the past. You have shown how you tied up with the Tukde-Tukde gang in India, how you have allied with all forces, including the PFI, SDPI, which are inimical to India, and therefore we will not let you get away by calling a state in the Union of India as a sovereign. And also let me read just 3 lines from the affidavit. Madhav, this is very important. Every candidate who fights elections, he has to swear before the district election officer, before the returning officer. This is form of oath or affirmation. What does it say? It says, I, having been nominated as a candidate to fill a seat in the Legislative Assembly, do swear in the name of God or solemnly affirm that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as per law established, and that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India. So by saying a former president of the Congress party, chairperson of the UPA in parliament, by referring to a particular state as a sovereign state, is she trying to, what kind of negative ideas do they have? Are they trying to provoke anti-India forces against this?
It reeks of a Tukde-Tukde mindset, Sanjay Jha. That's the sum and substance of what GVL Narasimha Rao is saying. Your response?
Yes, Madhav, now this is all I want to say, and after this, I don't need to be on the show. The reason why Mrs. Gandhi made that comment is because you have a BJP as a political party that is using double engine as a threat to the people of states. What is double engine? If you don't vote for me in the states, don't be guaranteed of any assistance of central schemes from the government. This double engine is basically anti-federal, anti-constitutional. You have GVL Rao talking about oaths to the constitution. This is a party that threatens every state in this country. That if you don't vote for the BJP, the center will actually ignore you and dump you. Is this democracy? I mean, this is what Mrs. Gandhi was really talking about. You can't do this to Karnataka. You can't terrify
Sanjay
Karnataka.
Jha,
Intimidate the people
Sanjay
of
Jha,
Karnataka.
does that justify
this is what
invoking
Sonia
the
Gandhi
sovereignty
meant.
of
I
a
have
state
even
of
a
India? That's the
stronger
question that BJP is asking. All that you have said is perfectly fine and politically acceptable. This is the kind of parliamentary language that one would expect. The problem here lies with the use of the word sovereign in context of a state. I'm surely you would also agree that the BJP does make a point over here. And if the election commissioner sent it, then somewhere there is some logic in that, isn't it?
Madhav, the BJP is subverting Indian constitution by publicly saying double engine, which means if the people of Karnataka don't vote for the BJP,
I will respond to this, Madhav, briefly.
I mean, this is a blatant violation of democratic laws in this country. I mean, this is anti-constitutional. This is what the Congress has to file a case against the BJP for.
That is what is anti-constitutional. GVL, quick response and move on to others, please. Others have been waiting very patiently. Quick response, please, GVL. Please.
No, Sanjay is only confirming the worst fears that we have. He's only confirming it. He's saying she did mean secessionism. She's talking about, she's encouraging Fissiparis tendency because he claims that BJP central government is not being fair to the states. You are ruling in Rajasthan. Congress party is in power in Chhattisgarh. Are they not being given any benefits like any other states? A double engine government will ensure a BJP-led BJP promise of growth. It does not mean that the constitutional rights of states will vanish if they don't vote for BJP. You are only confirming that the Congress does have a secessionist idea.
You are a party that did not even fight for India.
Okay, now let me come in.
Take a deep breath.
Okay, great. Let me come in now. Gentlemen, please let me bring in others because there are several other panelists and none of them have spoken. I want to bring in Kamruzaman Chaudhary and then I'm going to go across to others. Kamruzaman Chaudhary, simple question, sir, is this. That if there was a mistake made at the level of the tweet even, why are we seeing the Congress not coming out and clarifying? Why does it have to take the election commission to send a notice for that to actually happen? The tweet was posted yesterday. Supposing that was a mistake and this is not the intent, the very fact that the tweet has not been deleted for 24 hours, sir, or it's been corrected, there could have been a corrective or a corrigendum tweet that could have been put out if the Congress wanted to clarify. It seems that Congress wants to play on some kind of a regionalist sentiment for some kind of populism in the peak of this poll. Kamruzaman Chaudhary.
Madhav, one thing, GVL just now quoted a oath of election. I doubt if he has ever taken it, but I have taken that oath before an election. So it's better not to quote that. Then coming to the basic issue out here, GVL cannot
He's a member of the Rajya Sabha.
Sovereignty. What is the definition of sovereignty according to Bharatiya Janata Party? No, before an election, I said in the Lok Sabha election, in the Assembly election.
I have also fought an election.
Wait 1 second. Now,
it doesn't matter,
one
it's the
thing
same
tell me,
vote,
what is the
whichever
definition
election
of
you
sovereignty?
fight.
According to you, it is a geographic sovereignty that you are speaking about. But we are speaking about the demographic sovereignty of India. You guys, the bunch of fools that you are leading the country, you have divided the entire country into divisive agenda-based demographic society. You have divided the people of Karnataka on the basis of their religion. You have divided the people on the basis of Nandini versus Amul. You have divided the people on between haves and have-nots. Look what is happening in Manipur. You have got a double-engine Sarkar out there. Not a single word is uttered by your hyper-nationalistic Prime Minister or the Home Minister. Why is that so? And you talk about a lady who has forgone her entire life, who has given her entire life in the service of the country, who has lost her husband, who has lost her grandmother to the terrorists, and you cast doubts on her sincerity. Is this what you call this? You better be little wise, sir. Jivial, this is not a question of...
Even if all that you're saying today is correct, Mr. Kamruzaman Chaudhary, the question is, does that justify bringing the word sovereign in context of a state, and is that problematic? That's a question that we are asking here.
No, these Congress rejects on the panel.
Okay.
They are only supporting sensationalism.
Absolutely.
You are only all of you and Sanjay Jha,
to cast even aspersions on Sonia Gandhi on such a word.
Otherwise, the Congress
you are the biggest danger to the sovereignty of the nation.
Okay, let's not get personal. This is a problem when one person makes a personal remark, everyone starts making personal remarks. So my request to you once again, as I have done many times on the show, is please refrain from making personal jibes. This is much too serious an issue. It's not about people. Please, let me just request both of you to calm down. And I want to bring in Dr. Anand Raghunathan over here. Dr. Anand Raghunathan, even if we accept all that Sanjay Jha is saying, all that Kamruzaman Chaudhary is saying, the question is that when a word such as sovereignty is used, it's there in our preamble, it's there in our constitution, it's a word we're all familiar with, and it's a word that none of us, loses the importance or does not understand the importance of a word such as sovereign. Yet when that's used in the context of a state, many would say that, what's the idea behind it? What's the intent behind it?
Good evening, Madhav, and good evening to all my fellow panelists. I won't take long. It's a very heated debate between the BJP and the Congress people. But I need to make two important points. Number one, I'm sorry, have I been...
Please carry on. We can hear you. All right, we've lost that line with Dr. Raghunathan. Let me quickly bring in one of the other panelists. Let me bring in Anurag Naidu at this moment. Anurag... All right, Anurag, please hold on. I believe Dr. Raghunathan is back with us. Yes, Dr. Raghunathan. Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes, I wanted to make... There's some echo and there is some engaged tone coming in the thing. Madhav, please ask the admin to sort it out.
I apologize for that. I apologize for the technical error. We'll just try and fix that shortly. Please carry on. All right, I apologize for the technical problem. Let me bring in Anurag Naidu once again. Anurag Naidu, when these kind of comments are made, there is a point coming in at some level or the other that, and I made this point earlier in this debate, that if it's not there in the transcript of Sonia's speech, is the problem only with that INC tweet that we're talking about, that was put out yesterday?
Inside the heart, inside
Please
the
unmute yourself, sir.
Inside the mansikta. That is what we're talking about. We should not be debating about the word sovereignty or the usage of it, definition, preamble. Madhav, let's also understand what Prime Minister himself said. The Prime Minister said, "Ye mansikta ki baat ki hai." Mansikta kyun? Aapka, the leader in the opposition in the Lok Sabha, Madhav, he says Kashmir is no more an integral issue of India. Let's debate it internationally. The very star member of parliament, when your flag was attacked in London by this, some very fringe activist, he says to the external affairs minister, cool it down. That's the mansikta. You have one young Congress member who you have picked up, hired from JNU on a day zero placement. He says Tukde-Tukde, and you celebrate that. So this is the mansikta the Prime Minister is talking about. The whole question today we should be asking is, do we stand by this mansikta or not? And one important thing, Madhav, one of the panelists said, let's not question Mrs. Gandhi or anyone from the royal family of Congress. The reason is that because they have lost their family members. Let's also understand many Karyakartas across all the political parties have lost their family members have not been able to give time to the family members, which do not come on the fore because we don't celebrate them, we don't portray them, we don't market them. But that does not mean people like GVL or people like other party members, even any party, they sacrifice their family time. So let's also respect all of them. So let's have an even ground. We should understand sovereignty, invoking the word sovereignty was a mistake at this point in time, and a simple apology would have done wonders. From somebody like Mrs. Gandhi, what I would have expected is, let's give an apology. He probably did not mean it. But what we should understand is Karnataka is in a very, very peculiar situation where it may play the emotional sentiments, because people might otherwise think, oh, okay, you guys don't think that's an integral part of India. It can be anything by the meaning, and it can be a law and order situation. Let's not make this happen. If we are not saying sorry, if you're not apologetic to it, in some way or other, we want people to discuss this issue. And this is not in the interest of the peace and harmony of the state.
Yeah. No, please hold on to your thoughts, Mr. Chaudhary. The others who've not yet spoken, let me give them a chance at least to come in. Advocate Kapil Madan, this reeks of Tukde-Tukde mindset is what is being stated here by Anurag Naidu. Please respond. Yeah, I'm coming. Sir, I'll come to you. Please be a little patient. You can make your points. Please be a little patient with me.
Madhav, first I would like to respond to Mr. Rao, and I think he was very fair when he conceded and said that the BJP does not counter the issue of corruption judicially, they have countered the issue of corruption politically. So I would, thank him that he very fairly conceded the fact that they don't want to have a judicial probe, judicial inquiry or a trial whenever there is a BJP member who faces any allegation of corruption. So that's point number one. Now, my point on the debate around the use of the word sovereignty. Now, Madhav, you would appreciate, and you would also appreciate the fact that BJP's campaign in Karnataka is hanging by the nail, and therefore they have this astronomical focus on the word sovereign. And to argue that the state does not perform a sovereign function is preposterous. The state under the constitution as per list 2 has sovereign powers to make laws. There are 3 lists as prescribed under the constitution. One is the central list, one is the state list, one is the conqueror list. And let me just quote you. The Honorable Supreme Court also in one of the judgment called Synthetics versus State of UP, I can give you a citation also, you can check and verify, 1991 SCC 109. It said, in the exercise of sovereign power which give the state sufficient authority to enact any law subject to the limitation of the constitution. So to say and argue that a state does not perform any sovereign function is preposterous. The state within the realm of the constitution under the state list is empowered to perform sovereign functions of making laws on the subjects prescribed under the state list. So therefore, I think I don't see any logic or a basic basis why we are having this debate on the word sovereign. It is, to my understanding, it is because they don't have any material.
I'm going to allow that point.
Madhav, can I?
Let Dr. Anand Ragnathan respond to that. Dr. Anand Ragnathan's judgment has been cited here by Advocate Kapil Madan, and he says that exercising the sovereign powers by the state is something that has been upheld by the Supreme Court in a judgment. Therefore, there is nothing wrong. It shouldn't be debated. It's above debate because this is something that is part of our system. And this is something that Vivek Tanka also says. Your response?
Good evening. Madhav, I used to think that if life gives you a Kapil, make it a Madan and not a Sibyl. But unfortunately, I will have to revise this statement now. What has my dear friend Kapil Madan been saying? It's preposterous, but I need to make 3 quick points. Number 1, first of all, can I please make one clarification? All these people, and 3 of them right now on your panel, Congress spokesperson or people sympathetic to Congress, they have been repeatedly talking about Congress is the party of freedom. This is not that same Congress. The original Congress, INC, expelled Indira Gandhi in 1969. Indira Gandhi formed Congress R, and I will right now transfer 15 lakhs into my good friend Kapil Madan's account, if we can say what R means. Anyway, Indira split Congress R in 1978 to form Congress I. For 10 years, Congress J was the real INC. EC recognized Congress I as INC in 1981. Congress I dropped I in 1996. There exist 37 Congresses. Even uranium splits less, for heaven's sake. The present INC or Congress is the Congress I remnant. of the Indira Gandhi. Its legacy is not the freedom struggle, but emergency. And that is the reason why they keep on dividing this nation. It is preposterous to use the word sovereign in the context of a state. Absolutely preposterous and unacceptable. But then, if you're a party of Rahul Gandhi who says India is not a nation, anything is possible. Sovereignty means total independence and the power to act judiciously, independently, with total authority. India is a sovereign state. And our constitution has 3 lists, as Kapil said. You can't be a little bit pregnant. You can't be a little bit sovereign. There is a union list, central list, there is a state list, and there is a concurrent list. Sure, the state, there is law and order. There is the state that controls agriculture, education, but it is not sovereign. Please. And finally, as for Kamruji saying, with due respect, that Sonia Gandhi has done sacrifice so much for this country. Can you please state which country and when did she gain Indian citizenship? ये भी बता दो. चले आते हैं.
Okay.
Can I just make a quick response?
Yeah, Kapil Madan, quick response. I'm going to come to many hands going up. Yeah, one after the other.
So I will make a very I'll make a very quick response. I have quoted a judgment. I challenge Anand to disprove and counter me on the judgment. What has been said the Supreme Court, not me, to say if the state is performing some function which is a part of the state list, to say where the Honorable Supreme Court also mentioned it's a sovereign functions when the state makes laws in the on the subjects which are a part of the state list.
What was the sentence in which the sovereign was used? Anand, I am sure. Anand, no, I never interrupted you. Kapil. I never interrupt. No, Anand, allow me to make my point. Allow me to make my point. I never interrupted when you were speaking. Sure. No, when I made my argument on the point of sovereignty, now Anand has given an entire history of the Congress party. All I am saying is under
Do you disagree with that history?
Which context? No, my point is we are debating sovereignty. We are saying whether the use of sovereignty is an attempt to divide. I mean, the way it has been falsely as a part of their larger propaganda against the Congress party because they have nothing else to say. I mean, therefore, you are trying to misconstrue and, twist this, word sovereign to convey a particular different kind of a meaning. I am giving you a legal and a logical use of the word sovereign, which is said by the Honorable Supreme Court in the context of
India
the state.
Secular?
Please disconnect.
Is India secular?
Now the point is.
I want to ask you a question because now you're splitting hairs.
Now you want to.
Madhav,
I am not splitting hairs. No, I am not splitting hairs.
Kapil, please. Please, Kapil. Please, be friends.
Okay.
Can we just discuss amiably, please? I beg you. I've learned so much from you. I've forgotten whatever I've learned, but please bear with me for a minute. When we talk of sovereignty, we are not talking about, as I said, you can't be a little bit pregnant. Sure, I myself admitted there are 60 things in the state list. So obviously the state is performing its functions. But to extrapolate that, to say that there is sovereignty of a state that the BJP will take away is preposterous. Please don't split here and go into semantics. Like, for example, I ask you, I say, is India secular? You will say yes. But the point is, India is not secular because the Indian government controls Hindu temples. There is religion in the fact of the controlling as far as the state is concerned. So tomorrow you will say that India is secular. I disagree.
Yes, GVL. Okay. GVL, I'm going to come to you in just a minute. Bhavna has not yet spoken, so let me bring her in. Bhavna, Ramana, thank you so much for your patience. GVL, just 1 minute, please. Just let me quickly bring in Bhavna, then I'm coming to you. Bhavna, simple question that I've asked earlier in this debate. I have not received an answer till now. That if there is some amount, and if the election commissioners today said that there is a problem with the use of the word sovereign, obviously the election commission feels that it is in clash with the provisions of the Representation of People Act, which also I would like Kapil to eventually come in on. But I want you to come in on this, that why is that tweet still there? There are some of your leaders who are saying Sonia Gandhi didn't use this word. It's only there in the tweet. But at the same time, the tweet continues to be there. It's very much alive as we speak. It's on the screen, if you can see it. Bhavna.
Yes, sir. Yeah, thank you so much for letting me speak. And I am not so sure of the tweet part, but yes. But you have made the headlines that BJP slams Desh Virod Congress. Is it okay for you to call Desh Virod Congress? Then you can get away with such words. And what happened to the dignity of Mr. Prime Minister Modi ji, him calling himself or using such languages as Tukde-Tukde gang and all this stuff. It is not even dignified for his stature at all. And it's also about Karnataka, Tukde-Tukde and these things, that doesn't even matter. We are so far ahead, Congress party, right now. You can really check all the exit polls. We are really sweeping in all the exit polls right now. And then it's just the fear. And one more thing I just want you to know, Mr. Madhavan, sir. It's about, now people are actually questioning of Mr. PM coming to Karnataka so frequently, very often to Karnataka. Why is that he is coming so frequently? It is the question that which is asked by the Aam Janta, which is by the public themselves, not that we are asking for it. So I think it's all about the fear. It's all about the they don't know how to really react.
Many would say the PM has every right to campaign like any other political leader. He is a star campaigner for the BJP. But I'm going to let GVL come in on that. GVL, somewhere...
Yes, sir, I completely agree. I completely agree.
Yeah.
No, that only...
Yeah, let GVL respond to you. GVL, somewhere you are nervous and that's why you're resorting to, picking at you're clutching at straws. That's what one of the earlier panelists was also saying, that you're on the BJP is on the back foot in Karnataka and that's why you're picking up these small issues and making them big. This is their allegation. Your response?
No, for anybody who thinks this is a small issue, I think they don't consider nation as big. They don't. Can I complete? And I can understand the discomfort of the Congress leaders, JDS leaders, as to why Prime Minister is campaigning so much, because they're utterly mortified. They're scared of BJP sweeping the election. They were hoping, they were thinking of either a fractured mandate or a favorable mandate. But with Prime Minister's campaign, then all their hopes have been dashed. So they have every reason to grudge, but he is a political leader. He is our party's supreme leader. Then coming to the debate on sovereignty, we are not discussing semantics here. Even if you want to go by the constitutional position, it's only the Parliament of India which is sovereign. The state list, we in the Parliament, if we decide to change any subject under state list, we can do it. We need to amend the constitution. And why does the Chief Minister take oath in the name of sovereignty of India, but not sovereignty of Bengal or sovereignty of Karnataka? Why does every MLA take oath on sovereignty of India? Because it's only India as a nation which is sovereign. And whatever has been given, whatever powers that states enjoy, these are by way of delegation. It's only the Parliament of India which is supreme.
Yes, that's the
Please
power
understand
is
that.
About 40% commission. The power is about putting.
Yeah, let me bring in
you are 80%. Your JDS and Congress party people know how corrupt you are. Your allegation is not going to work.
Madhav, can you please keep this man quiet?
Allow me to bring in Bhavna. I want to bring in Bhavna.
Can I come in, please?
Bhavna, 1 second. Yeah,
Okay.
Kamruzaman Chaudhary. Yes, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, respond to that. Oath is taken in the name of the Constitution of India. Chief Ministers do. They do not take the oath in the name of the states. Your response to GVL?
Basically, the first point that GVL raised was about the sovereignty of the union government. It is paramount. There is no doubt about it. Now, the point here is that you have got the Home Minister of the country forming the Ministry of Cooperation, so that in November 2022, when he stated that Amul will take over the Nandini of Karnataka, do you think that not infringing on the rights of the state by the central government? You have abolished Article 370 from Kashmir, but you have kept the Article 371 in Manipur, Nagaland, Mizoram.
Is Amul taking over Nandini, or is it coming to compete with Nandini?
That's what November 2022 Amit Shah
said.
said.
Chaudhary, let's not. You can choose.
Amit Shah said.
Sir. Let me bring in Anurag.
In November 2022,
Anurag, is Amul taking over Nandini, or is it coming in to compete with Nandini? What is the factual position?
No, let me finish. Madhav,
Okay,
Madhav,
you
that
said
is
your
the
piece.
problem with you. When you find something, some point that you do not subscribe to, then you will go to some other panelist. Let me finish. Let me
No,
finish,
I'm
please.
saying what is factually correct.
Amit Shah
Let us not. We have a
2022
duty to
had
not
said
misinform
we
our
need
viewers. Unlike you,
multi-state
I believe the important part is to ensure that facts are out
That's
there, sir.
what I
You are
have-
misinforming
I
the
have the
viewers,
duty,
and
Mother.
you're definitely no. You don't have a duty to
Mother.
misinform. Please speak on facts. If you speak on facts, I will not interrupt you. The problem is when you veer away from facts, and therefore it is my duty to bring in the factual position from the other side as well.
For the facts.
Yes.
Check.
Yes. So please
Fact
listen to the
check.
other side. So please listen to the other
Fact
side. Be
check
little
whether
tolerant,
Amul
please.
has-
Anurag Naidu.
No,
Madhav,
Anurag Naidu.
gentlemen.
Let him fact check you. Let him come in on your point. Yes.
Madhav,
No, you can
the
finish after
gentleman-
this. Let's
Madhav, the
quickly complete
gentleman
that point.
seems to be
I've not
more
even
like
said what I
Madhav, the
wanted to
gentleman
say. The moment
seems to be
Gandhi
more like a
comes in,
fence sitter.
you
That the
go to
Congress
some other
High Command has
place.
tossed up this as an election narrative and taking it without even factually checking it. Amul and Nandini, let's be very honest, even before this issue came in, were engaged in business discussions. I asked the gentleman, Mr. Kamaruddin, whatever his name is, go and factually check whether the business ties between both the corporations were live even before this topic came out or not. So let's not bring in Amul here. It is just a but the larger narrative that I'm trying to make here, Madhav, is that, when people say that sovereignty in the context of state, a sovereign loan or a sovereign
Mr.
policies,
Naidu,
the whole
Mr.
point is
Naidu,
not
or
about
whatever
the
your
independence
name
of the
is,
state.
let me
It
just
is
come
not
in.
that today
Let
we
me
don't
come
have the
in,
sovereignty.
Naidu.
Even
Mr.
when Congress
Naidu,
ruled
let me
Karnataka,
come in.
it was sovereign.
Mr. Naidu,
And when
let me
BJP,
come in.
it was not sovereign.
First and
Again, when
foremost, you
Congress
tell
will
me
rule,
why
it will
was the
become
Ministry
sovereign.
of Corporation
So this is
formed?
basically no
Why
wonder
did Amit Shah tell
people
in
like
November
sir, no
2022
wonder
there is a
no wonder
necessity
you are
to
so
form a
confused.
national
That's why you are
green
inviting
cooperative?
election commission
Why was the
notice
necessity
every other day.
done to form the
Every other day
Ministry of
you election
Corporation?
commission
Why?
notice comes.
And why was placed in charge of the Ministry
every
of
other
Corporation?
member is having
not the
one or the
cooperative
other
society a state
FIRs,
subject?
and I really don't understand what is the stand of the Congress party on their
No,
own
Mr.
members when
Naidu,
they insult
don't try
countries,
to
insult
misrepresent
India,
facts.
outside India, when they go to other countries and
me
they start
whether-
insulting India, you don't take any action,
Madhav,
you don't
you
call
can
names
mute
to
me.
your
Alright.
sitting
There is no point
MPs
of
who
muting
says
me.
who says this Khalistani movement is good, who says that, okay, cool it down.
Sir,
calm it
nobody
down.
has
Let's
muted
see
anybody.
what it
Both
is.
of you are speaking at the same time. Unfortunately, that's why your voice is not being heard. I've allowed both of you to speak. I hope you don't think that is being unfair. But for the moment, we're completely out of time on this debate. I'd like to thank all our panelists for joining us. Dr. Anand Ranganathan, Anurag Naidu, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, Advocate Kapil Madan, Bhavna Ramana, as well as Sanjay Jha. We're moving on to debate number 2 on the Newshour.